Hello, welcome back. This time I would like to show deeply about what inner work, shadow work, how we can identify that we need to do inner work or shadow work, or how we can go, how to identify the need of a soul retrieval and try to do a soul integration on ourselves. Now, coming to shadows, there is a way to identify what are our shadows. I mean, first we need to identify whether we need a shadow work done regularly. I would like to explain to you a scenario where you face your shadows. Normally, there will be occasions in your life when you feel that you hate a part of your own self. That is the time when you want to look deeply into yourself and to address the need of doing shadow work. It is very simple. You start hating uh, your own self, and that is the time when you need to rethink about doing a shadow work onto yourself. Mostly, you face shadows when you feel that you are living for someone else and you feel that your life is being controlled by somebody else. If you are able to pursue your wishes and desires, then you don't have to work on your shadows. I mean, you don't have to suffer from fearing about your own self. There used to be occasions where people need to fight for the survival, and occasions in life they have to stand up for themselves. That is an example of overcoming shadows, but those are the time when people were not stuck at home. This is the time when people are totally stuck at home, and still we feel the need of doing the shadow work. And the only way to do shadow work is by transmuting it properly towards achieving our wishes and goals, by working on our passion, or using our creativity to build something new for ourselves. That is the only way we can transmute our shadows. Those people who luckily uh, do such kind of jobs of their passion, like being an artist or an architect, those people will not suffer much from shadows. But there will be occasions in life when you fear about that part of your own self, and that is the time when you need to overcome your shadows. Shadows are caused by you know your own belief systems, or something that is imposed onto us by the government, or even the pandemic has caused a lot of shadows and sufferings in others. Like, I mean, you have a fixed way of behaving during the day, during the lockdown, and there used to be a lot of restrictions that were happening. But you should have enough empathy towards yourself and others to show compassion and love yourself in order to nurture your souls, and try to do something that you love to do, so that you transmute the shadows into something good for yourself. That is why people create poems, or paintings, or even blogs, start writing blogs or videos in social media. That is the best way to overcome shadows. The second thing I would like to talk about is the need of inner work and how we can do inner work. Inner work is very important, especially when it comes to coming out of belief systems, ancestral patterns, and past life karma. Especially you feel the need of doing inner work when you feel traumatized by your own beliefs or by something coming from your past life. And there are ways by which you can do inner work, and that is only by understanding what is the part that you need to do inner work on. Now there are several examples of family patterns and belief systems being the cause of uh, doing the inner work necessary for avoiding such pitfalls in life. Like first thing we need to do is to develop awareness, and you should be awake to such situations in life that is coming from belief systems or programming by the ancestral patterns. Now I would like to suggest an example of past life programming. Now there is always a belief that when you get up in the morning there will be always some breakfast in the kitchen, or sometimes you might have to pop into the refrigerator. That is an example of something which you were brought up with. Like right while you were a child, you used to be fed with food at times, during breakfast, lunchtime, or even dinner time. But there are people who are not able to feel the necessity of fending for themselves because they had a past life experience or programming that has come from their ancestors, that they need to live like a night soldier always. Now that is an example of an ancestral pattern or a programming. And mostly what happens is the parents will pass on the same to their own children. What they have got from received from the parents, they'll force it onto their own children. That is something which we should overcome. Like we should try to set an example for our own generation and try to come out of following that belief system by doing inner work, doing the necessary inner work, and to stop repeating the same when you have your own family to fend for. Like we can forgive our own parents for treating us in a way that you had to fight for food, or like you had to fight like an evening soldier always, so that the pattern doesn't, or the programming doesn't recur in your own life when you start your family. That is an example of how you come out of the belief system. Now there is another example which I would like to tell you is about people having expectations about others. Now we all come in a belief system where suppose say my father was a lawyer or my brother is a doctor, and there are certain expectations that we are supposed to do coming from such a family. First thing we need to do is to let go of such illusions, because those things will never help you reach your true self, find your true self, and fulfill your wishes and desires of becoming what you want to be in life. That is an example of a belief system that you need to come out of. For such things we need to do inner work, because when we sit with a belief system or with a family which has programmed us to do certain things right from while you were a child, we will fail to achieve our goals and desires for our future. And in order to do that, we need to go to that point, while when we feel such things, like say for example there is a programming that we need to be certain somebody in life, which is the expectation coming from the belief system or from our own ancestors, then we need to go to that thinking and improve your awareness and be awake and have a sense of conviction that okay, my father was a lawyer, my father was a doctor, but my passion is on creating something to serve others. My passion is art, or my passion is dance, or like that is the example of doing inner work by making you aware of the fact that though I am belonging to such a family, my true heart's desire is to follow my passion in art or dancing or creating something new. That is the awareness you have to be in, and you can always choose to follow against your programming or your ancestral patterns or belief systems. Your parents will not disapprove of you wanting to be an artist or a dramatist, though they might be having different career choices in life. Excuse me. That is an example of coming out of ancestral patterns or belief systems. Now, I would like to talk about certain uh, patterns which are formed due to the way you were treated right while you were a child. Now, in Japan, there is a special class of children called hikikomori. Hokikomori. They are the meaning of hokikomori is loveless. Mostly in Japan, parents, both of the parents, they work. They come from a belief system that they are supposed to take care of their children till they live with them. I mean, it's not like the Western concept of you know letting children find their own way after they become adults. So what happens is the children gets used to the programming of sitting at home or in the rooms, and most of the times, right when they were very small, they would they would be used to their parents, both of the parents working at jobs, and mostly they will be spending their times in their bedroom. And the problem with such children is that they don't go for studying, or neither for studies or nor for jobs. They don't want to fend for themselves. They don't have that inspiration to do something on their own. And that is a problem prevalent in Japanese society. That is an example of how a past life and ancestral programming can affect the future of the children. And definitely you should do inner work to come out of those patterns, because unless the children does have an focus on doing, at least they should have a choice of living the life of their own by either studying or doing jobs or pursuing the passion about what they want to be in life. And they have a problem that they shut up in, I mean, shut their bedrooms and sit inside the bedroom during the day and the night, and they simply come outside to have food and they'll go back to sleep, because they have a feeling that their parents will fend for themselves till they die. So that is an example of programming. I started talking about the programming, saying that when you get up in the morning, you feel that there will be food, in the table. Now, I am imagining our life to be that suppose you are stuck in a place like this, and you don't know what to do for lunch or for dinner. I mean, that is how you are supposed to live, by breaking out of your comfort zone. Then you you not naturally tend to break all your belief systems or past life programming. That is how you break away from such things, programming, and try not to be in your comfort zone. So inner work is necessary for any of these past life programming or belief systems, which you can only come out of it by improving your awareness and trying to be awake and having the choice to stay away from it, and if necessary cut all the codes necessary for coming out of the ancestral patterns. There are inner work videos I have provided in the mission programs playlist. There are apart from inner work, and then there is a video on how to cut codes from people you are connected to. Like there might be people who are not interested in following a traditional belief system, and for such people, you can use the meditation to cut your codes from your ancestral patterns. There is a separate video on how to do inner work, and mostly I'll talk to you about doing how to do inner work. Like suppose you are facing a problem with your new relationship, a new wife or a girlfriend. Now what happens is your cellular memory will have certain pattern which you would have associated with your former partner. Now when you get awake to the point that you feel the same pattern happening again, what you need to do is you need to go back to the point that is causing the same pattern over and over again, and you need to forgive them for that moment in life. It could be your parents, it could be your siblings who have caused this irregular pattern in your life. It could be your husband or wife. But then you need to go to that point, or even children also, you need to forgive them. Children need to forgive the parents as well. You need to go back to that past life memory which triggered you to do inner work, and while doing the meditation you just need to go there and try to forgive them. Suppose your mother was in pressure, or was not able to send you food during the evenings, then you need to go there and forgive your mother for her pressure, work pressure, due to which she was not able to give you food on time. So then naturally you will, once you forgive yourself also for that, then naturally you feel getting up during the time to cook dinner or lunch, and you cook a nice meal for you, and love yourself and nurture yourself for fulfilling your wishes and dreams. There is another meditation I've provided for soul retrieval. Now soul retrieval is required for people that is a different variety than inner work or shadows. Mostly for people who work on their passion or careers, they don't feel like doing the shadow work, because once they go out and do the job or work on their passion, then there is no need of doing shadow work. Inner work is something which is very important for everyone in the life, because before doing this Akashic group meditation, we should be sure about clearing all those issues, past life issues. Otherwise you will get traumatized, and you will not be able to proceed with the good results of the meditation. Other than inner work and shadow work, soul retrieval is important for people who are stuck at home and who doesn't have a passion to work on, or a career to focus on, or even while in relationships they feel like they're getting lost somewhere. And there is a meditation for soul retrieval I have provided in the mission programs playlist. The soul retrieval meditation is mainly about going to that part of your soul which you feel that you have lost it somewhere, and collect the soul fragments. Sometimes you need to be in your authentic self, in order to collect your soul fragments and fit your soul back into a proper shape. That is called soul retrieval. Like it is a fitment of the soul to the spirit that it is supposed to serve in this lifetime for. And there is a meditation for that which is provided in the mission programs playlist. You can follow that and try to assimilate soul fragments that are distributed in various timelines of your own past, and try to collect and assimilate and integrate back into your proper soul and fit it into your current life. That is the purpose of soul retrieval. Once you do inner work, shadow work, and soul retrieval, then you are fit for starting the Akashic record group meditation. You can try that once you clear all these issues.